We're back.
We're
we
faded
went
in.
potty, got a beer. All right. So,
Man,
what were
We
you saying?
likes the party.
This is a longer one.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
okay.
Man.
No problem.
I love it. What do you guys? Are y'all using Buzzsprout? What do you guys use for your podcasting?
Podbean.
Podbean.
Timu.
Podbean.
Timu.
What's their tagline?
I
Just
don't
flick
know.
it.
Just
Oh, damn.
just cast it.
Gee.
Just flick it.
All right, so we're
Okay,
we're definitely
so,
back.
Oh, that'd be a wiki.
I hope this
dude,
fucking
you
thing
have,
never.
like,
I hope
a-
it never makes it through the nursing community because if my wife hears me talking, it's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing,
Yeah,
idiot?
yeah.
Wait, she does that anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know why we have to get all
That sounds about
special
right.
about it.
Checks out. You're dumb. I know.
My bad.
That's it? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Keep yelling. So, just kind of circling back a little bit.
Sure.
With your business, obviously, you're growing. Where a lot of businesses. Well, I think you're being forced to grow. Let's say that. But you're putting a kitchen in.
Yeah,
To
100%.
attract a different market.
We are, I now hate that word pivot. We use it so much during COVID, and I'll always go back to that. Like
Pivot.
I'm not a person like if we're talking about context, I'll say, hey, let's take it back a little bit. But I don't like to look backwards. I like to look forwards. I think if you're a business owner, we can bitch amongst our.
Looking back hurts.
That's
We
the beer.
we can bitch amongst ourselves for a hot minute, but as operators again,
Right.
like you have to look forward. You have to be focused on accomplishing goals. Like you can't be a business owner, not a person who's goal oriented. You just can't. You're or at least you have to become a person who's goal oriented. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
kind of hard. Yeah.
I agree.
Everyone always like, what are your goals for? It's never like for this month. It's like for the next 5 years or next year. This
I
year.
have a 5-year
Holy
plan.
crap!
Do you?
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Let me go get my 5-year plan.
It's like real off the cuff. I'm like, don't
It's
die.
right next to my 5-year ago 5 years.
Right.
Don't die.
No, but
Yeah,
yeah, don't die.
Stay
I mean,
alive.
Don't die.
hey, that's a big one.
Yeah, don't
Write
die.
that down. Write
Stay
that down.
alive.
No, but yeah, to your point, it's like, hey, I'm gonna. Okay, last summer, we're in lease negotiation. Okay, well, what's the next step? This ain't gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And it is kind of funny because to the questions you asked me earlier, it's like, if you'd asked me 5 years ago, what's this thing? I was like, well, it's a hybrid beer store. It's the whole idea is we have this beautiful little kind of quasi hideaway, not quite speakeasy, but this little
Right.
hideaway tap room that's real comfortable and cozy. And we want you to come in, and happy hour and, have a beer or 3 and then grab a 4-pack or a 12-pack on the way out. Now our bills are paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then now, and they're like, oh, do you offer food? No, fuck no. We don't do food, dude. We ain't doing no kitchen. Y'all can kiss my ass.
And now we're doing food.
Yeah.
and-
So but to your point, now it's like, what's the next logical step, and how do we grow our business? And adding a food component, and doing something that makes absolute sense and that is not that's economically viable and not overly cumbersome in execution. So I mean, pizza and beer. Jesus Christ, it's so tried and true and time tested.
Right. It works.
We're
every
done
time.
here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it makes total sense.
Pizza
Yeah, 100%.
is so
Butter
good.
jelly.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
good.
Do you guys have like some services you guys provide that maybe off menu? Meaning,
I don't do that anymore.
well, can I order a keg of, let's say, 3 Nations? Are you somebody that can do that? I don't do that anymore.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah. No.
Next
Do
question.
you guys offer like other things
I
that,
was putting myself through school.
as far as like you guys sell wine, right?
Absolutely.
diversified
Beer, wine,
enough.
happiness. That
So
was our
could I
original
order
logo
a
or
case
tagline.
of wine from
If you want to, yeah. If
like
you want
can
to.
provide that service.
I
for me?
still
Can I
can,
order a keg from my kegerator from you?
So, as we've illustrated, we definitely changed. We were retail oriented, and mostly because I'd never done that before, and because it was so much fun. Like the bottle release was such a fun thing, back in the
Oh,
day,
man,
and when I
cool.
conceptualized the store. But but now it's retail, which used to be a good probably 60 to 65% of our business, is now less than 10%.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's not 100% true.
And that's all
probably closer to
THC?
15. It's getting there.
Is it selling like crazy, the THC deal?
Yeah, I probably have about 15 labels, including item 9, from you guys. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Thank
Shout out item
you.
9.
What item 9 do you have there?
Strawberry lemonade.
Nice.
Only the 50 milligram.
Only 50 mil?
It's 5, right? It's 5 mil. 5 mil.
10 mil, maybe?
No, we never did.
We never did a
Is it
5
10 mil?
strawberry.
It's a
10
10 mil. Yeah, because it's retail out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You selling those singles?
Yeah, they're singles.
Nice, dude. Yeah.
Everything I have is singles. I mean, because they price out it,
Yeah.
like across the board at like $650.
I mean, those are-
so depending on what it is,
The
They're- all you
crazy thing to
guys-
me is that those are pricey. Those, depending on the brand and whatnot, I mean, those are like elite beer status price.
Right.
For
like
sure.
a Trillium Treehouse.
for sure.
Some of these other things, if you get those one-off kind of things in,
I
I
agree.
mean, it's like a what, $8, $10 can? $12?
Sometimes, yeah, 6. It depends upon what it is, but like or the milligram, or obviously they're case price driven, but $6.50 for some of the more economic.
Economical?
Just say cheaper.
It's a beer. It's a beer podcast, people.
Financially less? Is that?
Thanks for the reminder.
It's for the people.
For me.
Yes.
It's for
It's
you.
for-
Just say
it's
for
for
me.
us.
For me, yeah.
It's for us.
But you've
for us.
seen that, and you've thrown numbers. I mean, that you're one of the reasons that we started to really dive into making a THC seltzer because you gave me. I can't remember what you told me. Probably that I've had too many item 9s at this point. It was X amount of your business as far as
Yeah, retail. I kind of threw that out earlier. I think THC is hovering right around 10% of our business. Now we do have draft, and we have 2 or 5 mil that we offer on draft.
Okay.
And I, diving into this conversation, I so bad want to fuck with you guys. You guys have a fucking 50 mil.
Yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart, but
I can't do it.
But let me ask you this: you don't sell that a single in house for consumption.
No.
No,
Only
sir.
to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We don't want waffles. At
Yeah,
the bar.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
We like waffles, but not in human form.
right, same, like people have come in hot, and I'm seeing more because the proliferation of this industry, this market. I'm seeing more D9 THC reps weekly than I am beer reps.
Lot, man. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're coming around in droves, and in companies I've never heard of, because most of them are obviously super brand new. And,
Yeah.
So we
gonna
got to
be-
jump on this.
It's gonna be a
Smoke
wild,
'em out.
yeah. It's gonna be a wild thing for a hot minute, but we'll see how that industry shakes out, because I mean, like, you want to talk about saturation? It's already saturated.
It's very saturated.
You
man.
know?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think
Somebody's gonna be a winner, though. So
Right.
that's the thing. So you got to position yourself in a way that, what sets ours apart. You guys have a sexy can.
that clientele's willing to try a little more though, right? Because
No, I mean, they're the same people as the beer
not
industry.
in the same that it would be for when Truly and White Claw first brought that hard seltzer. in.
Yeah, that's
right.
not
They
the same
kind of
thing.
really
That's
So
not the
held
same
them,
that's pretty
thing.
much dead.
but they held the market. So it was very hard for locals to produce.
Yeah, but
I
those
can't
guys
name
are still
one local
crushing in
that
like a
really
West
crushed it.
7th. They're still crushing in those type of areas.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is,
You know what I
but
mean?
for a local producer such as ourselves,
Oh yeah. Sorry.
that's very hard to break into
Right.
because people are, man, Truly White Claws everywhere. They're at the gas station.
yeah, but they're not
I
the
mean,
same. They're different things.
Yeah, but I'm saying that with the THC seltzer crowd,
The big guys
There's no
aren't
real-
a
real-
part of it yet.
there's no brand loyalty developed just yet.
Right.
So like you've got some of your heavy hitters. I know like
I see what you're saying.
Cantrip,
Yeah.
but a THC person, they're shopping. So like if
Oh,
you've ever been
yeah,
to a
yeah,
head
yeah,
shop,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
very new for a lot of people.
you've got a
yeah.
menu, and you're not really. Oh, this was Western Suns. This was. They don't care. It's what's the milligram? I want to try something. They try.
Are y'all willing to divulge on camera how much of your business that Item 9's doing?
It's still fairly new.
It's super new. Yeah. We just
Right,
started
right.
putting it out into the market like
So you don't have enough data.
4 weeks ago.
Okay, then let's not even talk about it. I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, like
I've
it was a
done-
sh- it was a
we've
shocker to
pushed
hear
out
you
a
ordered
lot.
it.
Yeah. We've pushed
'Cause
out
we
a
don't
lot.
get that data.
Let me ask you this.
Beer
And again, my brain is always, because I love you guys, and I just in general, like when we do stuff like this, it's forum style. It feels like we're always kind of brainstorming about
Right, we're working
what works
together.
for all of us. What if you guys were so ungodly straightforward that you actually had a questionnaire that you gave out of like 5 questions for every time you sold an item 9 in house, even if it's for retail at the door? It was almost like a survey. It's like,
I
hey,
actually really
why
love
are you,
this
why are
idea.
you buying this? What do you value most? And like, is it flavor? Is it the feel? Is it the after effect? Is it this? Like, why are you buying this? And you bring it back, and once you get like 400, now you have a sample
We have a whole
size.
testimonial.
Right, that you can put together, and that you can really take back to the take it back to the lab, and formulate something, because I'm still curious about this.
Right.
I've got, by now I've probably run 60 flavors through that retail cooler, and the tap wall, and I'm kind of curious about what drives people, because the draft wall, I feel like you have to separate these two things. Having it on the draft wall is specific, because now that person, whether in the one out of a group of 8, or they're the one off at lunch, they're like, I just want to get out of the fucking house,
Right.
And it's like, but I'm not drinking beer today.
Mm.
And now all of a sudden they're like, oh,
Because they can
and
still
they'll sit-
function.
well, I do
They're
have
not drunk, technically.
Right.
Right.
I have a small contingent of people that they're just looking to get the fuck away from humans, and they're that person that does sit in the corner. But now they'll do the
Totally get it.
they'll do the D9, and they'll have 1 or 2 5 meals, and they'll sit in the corner and literally read a book for an hour, and they're good.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Have you guys ever been that guy that you went to a bar and brought a book and sat?
I have.
I
It
can't-
was
I'm
exceedingly
so bad
rare.
ADD that I couldn't do it. Dude.
No.
It was so exceedingly rare.
I mean, I've definitely gone to the bar and like just been on my phone for like an hour.
I
but-
like
Like a decompress.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think I've ever actually I don't think I could function reading like that.
yeah
very well.
pre-marriage.
we see it a lot here.
I like to do things on my own.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I'd
we
go
do
out to
see it
dinner
here.
on my own, sit by myself quietly,
Yeah, I
and
don't.
just watch.
I don't
I'm
have
a
anything
people
against
watcher.
it.
I've always
I
been a
just-
people
yeah.
watcher.
And especially like if you have a house full of kids, it's like, hey, I just need to get out and blow off some steam.
for sure.
third space.
Third space.
Talk about that third.
Have you
Third
ever?
Third space is that'd be that's a
Third
good
space?
name
We-
for
we wanna
something,
do- we
man.
wanna do-
That's like probably your best name.
Hey man, like calm down. We were talking
Yeah,
about
it's
doing
not
that as
third
another
space.
thing, another concept.
Damn, is that
in
the name of your
future.
company now? Someone's gonna listen.
You
to
heard
this
it
and be
here
like,
first.
Third space is gonna piss everyone off.
It's already copyrighted. Fuck you guys.
Is it copyrighted?
Maybe.
What?
That was convincing.
Gee.
No, but I question: have you guys ever gone to a movie on your own, solo?
Yes.
Absolutely.
One of my all-time favorite
favorite.
self-indulgences.
Yeah, it's nice.
I watched Solo alone, and man,
But
I
that was
I wore
wonderful.
my Wookiee onesie thing, and I looked like the biggest idiot walking in because no one else dressed up, you know.
That's awesome.
And I was like,
It'd have been better if you
I
just
looked like a
strutted in,
creep.
like your own strut.
dude,
Looked
I
everybody in the
strutted.
eye, and like, what the
I
fuck are you
strutted.
looking at?
and I watched Solo, and I went, "Meh." Actually, I did.
I
I
love
didn't like
Solo.
I didn't like it the first time I saw it. Then the second time I saw it, it was really, really good.
Yeah, I couldn't see
I
it
love
twice by
Solo.
myself, 'cause
Yeah, it's
I'd
good.
been- Call for help.
It's fine.
let's,
Nobody was asking about me. I don't know.
It's been a fond
one asked.
farewell.
Thanks
to
for calling me.
It's been a fond farewell to Kathleen Kennedy as she exits
Bye.
Lucasfilm. Deuces,
See ya.
biatch.
See you.
Bye. Have they announced who's taken over yet? I know, like Filoni.
Filoni makes all the sense in the world, but
yeah,
I won't lie. I haven't
Favreau's
read
on
that
there.
deep. I haven't read that deep, but Rogue One being the one shining star of her
Oh,
tenure,
so
gosh, Rogue
good.
One's so
and Solo. I'm with you. When I first saw it, I was like, eh.
It was fine. Yeah,
In the-
but
in
then
the-
watching it a second time, I was like, oh, this
It's
is
good.
dope.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
In the context of how about this? How about you in the front end of that year, you fucking kill off one of the most iconic cinema characters that has ever been,
Mhm.
Han Solo, and then you're like, you know what? Let's do a backstory. Let's put out a movie and do his backstory.
That's
did.
the only way that they can go. They can't go into the future. They got to go to the
Yeah,
past.
He did.
He's dead.
He's
You
dead.
killed him.
Yeah.
There's no mystery to the story anymore. We don't care how he got to be.
Well, we
you
know the
Yeah.
ending, so why would we
Right.
go watch all of
You
it?
know, so
Well, and
unless
then
you
the
just
train
truly
wrecks that
care. Of
were
course it was
after
a dud.
That movie. Oh my gosh. 8 and 9 was rough, man.
Dude, like, I so wanted to love Fett, Boba Fett, the Book of Boba.
Oh, it was
I
so
wanted-
bad, dude.
I wanted
Until
to
it became
love-
Mandalorian season 2.
Yes.
You know, but here's the thing: that like, there's the mystery that what's his film time? It's something insane. His film time in all the original canon is something like 4 minutes.
Minutes,
so
yeah,
low,
it's
yeah.
tiny.
You know, the
No pun
thing that
intended.
made him cool is you didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Now you're going to tell his story. He's not
he was
cool
short-
anymore.
Shrouded in mystery.
He's actually kind of a bitch.
Yeah, he's
you
kind
know,
of a
so,
baby.
like-
well, and on top of that, like,
Yeah.
well, the worst part of that show for me was the fucking Back to the School villains being those kids on the scooters and shit. It was like Back to the Future whenever
Yeah,
they're
wh-
jumping
what are we
around,
do- what
like
are we
the
doing?
Bebop crew, Biff and all them. Like,
Yeah.
just like,
getting-
oh, what the
he getting
fuck
bullied?
is this?
Don't call him chicken.
And then I love how whoever wrote that deal is just like, this is really rough. Do you have any suggestions? And they're like, yeah, why don't you just make this Mandalorian like the second half? It'll be way better. And they were right.
Oh yeah.
That first season of Mandalorian, I will
thing
chalk
hit.
that up. It was
Thing hit.
it was fantastic. It was really good.
I like them all.
It had
Yeah.
parts.
Dude,
Second
the
season
end-
was
the end of the second season though, when Luke comes and
Yeah.
tears up Dad
Fair.
ass.
fair.
So sick.
Yeah.
It was
But that's
like the
kinda the
fault because
highlight.
like also Rogue One had just come out and they did that dope scene with Vader at the very end whenever he's trying to get
Mhm.
the code to the deal, and they kind of do that same thing with. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Shout out
they,
to James
they
Earl
know how to
Jones.
they know how to get
R.I.P..
Star Wars fans with just that. It's literally just
It's nostalgia
10
buff.
seconds,
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, they got me back in, and you didn't care that you watched an hour worth of trash.
it's like playing golf. It's like, why do I play this fucking
that
game
one shot.
90% of the time?
It's that one
And
shot.
you play one shot, you're like, I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I need new clubs.
I should be teaching you.
Yeah,
What are you
What
talking?
am I doing?
Anybody want to go home and watch Tin Cup?
Yeah.
I love that
Like,
movie.
dude, you spent $200 in
So
balls. You
good.
lost every one of them.
Yeah, but did you see me parlay
Did you,
out that
you
one?
saw you saw that
I
part?
nailed that
yeah,
hole.
on the hardest hole.
I know I 3-putted after that, but still.
But yeah. So, I mean, I think you're seeing, obviously, are you seeing a different segment for people that are buying the THC seltzers? Have you asked what you asked us to your consumers? Like, why do you buy this? Because you get all sorts, right?
No, because I don't have to make it. And I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, I have such an ungodly, portfolio of options.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do whatever I want in terms of putting it out. Obviously, there's some stuff that's tried and true. Eighth Wonder got out there a little early,
Yeah. I mean, they actually produce
And they have their own lab and stuff.
Yeah,
That's pretty
shout out
cool.
to them. They're sponsoring our Tuesday night,
Nice.
Tuesday night open comedy, Tuesday night shit show, open mic comedy starting at 9
You guys
p.m.
do that every Tuesday?
We do it every Tuesday. In terms of visual performing arts, that's the one that makes sense for us. Live music is not something that we do. We have lended our space for the Lost in Sound, the Near Southside puts on, which that will be coming up on March 8th. And we will have
right around the
our
corner.
very own Whisker Will and one of his buddies from his Driftin' Outlaw band, John, back in house, and they will be performing there. Probably about 8 p.m. Sorry, we're actually in the final stretch of finalizing that right now.
Awesome.
But yeah, man. So that'll be really fun. Dude, they did it last year, and Whisker crushes because he's just so much fun. He's a talented artist. But yeah. So Eighth Wonder has been on board for that. We're asking about stuff. We are formulating a Wednesday night thing, so we are in search of a host, and I can say that outright right now.
You saying like you need an MC?
We need an MC for a new promotion that we're going to be doing on Wednesday nights. I want to wait till we have the human, that'll be doing it before we kind of tell you what's going on. But Thursday nights we do our Thursday night supplier spotlight that you guys have been so gracious and hanging out. Obviously we're boys and everything, and that's something that's undeniable. But I have had a couple of times where I've had scheduling pinch, and I'm like, hey JP, can you fucking fill
No
it
one
out?
wants to do the day before Valentine's Day. Yeah, I always get the good ones. I don't mind doing it because
Dude, they're fun.
no, I love doing
They
it,
are a good
and I think
time.
that
What we're doing right now is exactly what I do at the store, and it's the funnest part of what we do. We get to shit talk a little bit. We get to talk about the industry, and people show up for it, man.
well,
This
dude,
is what we need
like
to
the
do.
last one we just did. February 13th, I believe,
Yeah.
was the day for that one. And man, doing that, recording with you guys, but then going out and talking to everybody that was asking questions.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
you meet so many people. I love to meet new people, and just
They ask you about black IPAs. I get it. Yeah.
most of them do. And that's your fault.
And the
but-
other half ask you about brown ales.
yes, but I mean, like last time I
Brown
went, I
ales
met
and
guys that were
black
trying to open
IPAs.
their own brewery.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
actually appreciate. Like
And we
when
get
I
to
do
tell
those,
them, please don't do it.
Don't do it.
I don't sugarcoat shit. You know, if you're gonna ask a question,
You
and
should have done
that's-
it 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's good to me, and they appreciated the honesty.
I'm late in the game.
Same.
you know.
yeah.
When we were doing that one, Beck was like, "Oh damn!" I was like, "No, the truth is something I've experienced and learned. Like if I can teach someone from a life lesson, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and make it seem like, yeah, we're doing fan. No, I'm going to tell you the fucking truth while we do this because you need to hear it.
Right.
And
I don't want to get political, but there's something funny going on right now. It's like, they called this the podcast election. I agree 1,000,000%. It's because, like, you can't hide anything when you sit down long form like
Right.
this. You know what I mean? Like all
no
the
script.
podcast hosts across the spectrum, I've taken a wide variety of all kinds of opinions on all kinds of wild subjects, Like, I'm sure you guys have weird
Oh, yeah.
podcasts y'all listen to too, and it's like, that it is weird when once you've immersed yourself as kind of a, I think all of us, we all work with our hands a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're always physically moving
Right.
something or picking something up or changing out a tap line or cleaning a line, or I have to move this product over to this thing,
you're
I
talking
have
about
to
like
move.
when you put weird Martin House beer on one of the lines that we're going to go on after, and then it seeped into the line, then I have to go change the keg 30 times.
That's probably not what you were talking about, huh?
Was that what you're talking
I
about?
wasn't talking about that fucking
Boom!
asshole.
Shout out to that.
But I think it's interesting. Like, it's really hard to watch just the news after that. After you listen
Yeah.
to podcasts a lot, and when you listen to stuff like this, how in God's name could you do this, like what we're doing right now, and be a liar?
Yeah.
Like what we're doing, we're not lying. And when you sit down at my store, like, how could you lie?
Well,
But
it's
then there's also people that will use the same platform to lie, right? Because
No, you're probably not wrong. I just don't listen to
For
whoever
sure.
the fuck that is.
no, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
well, it's just like conspiracy theories. Like, I don't really consider
Yeah.
myself a conspiracy theorist, but then you're like, it is kind of crazy that we landed on the moon, 60 years ago. And it is. It's just. I'm just saying it's strange that we
Well, and
haven't
that's
gone
fine.
back.
As
and
long
we
as it's
can't-
geared for
It's
just
just-
questioning, and you should
that movie
question
Dark
things.
Side of the Moon came out. There were Transformers on it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good to know.
What?
Transformers 4, Dark Side of the
Transformers are
Moon.
real? I just found this out.
I don't know.
Great.
I don't know what the fuck, dude. I was rapping
What were we talking
yesterday
about?
with-
Yeah. Wait.
God damn.
what?
Me and Tyler were talking yesterday. Harris from Three Nations.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh, his
remember?
Trump impression is really
Oh
good.
God, Jesus Christ! He almost brought it out on the podcast. And like,
Yeah, like,
We're
yeah,
good.
just leave this one
We're
out.
good.
Leave this
We're
one.
good.
We're,
Leave
we're,
that one
we're,
on the
we're,
ground.
we're
right
good.
now,
It is
yeah.
really good though.
No, it is.
It's really
That-
good,
all
though.
that being
But
said.
no, we were talking shit about like kind of conspiracy. Like every time I look around with new technology coming out, I don't know why, but those videos of the Boston Dynamic robots where they're mistreating them. Come out
Oh,
Yeah.
in
yeah.
my mind, and I'm like, they're using hockey sticks to knock the legs out from underneath them, and I'm like, this is literally the fucking training video for the fucking T9. See what they did to your grandfather? Go fuck them up. I don't know why. That's like a future conspiracy,
Right,
Like,
yeah.
But I see that in my mind. It's like,
Well, speaking of the future,
oh man, look at that.
segue,
Look
baby.
at that.
She.
Nailed
That's
it.
talent.
Nailed it.
What is the future for you guys? I mean, are you? I think that, and the reason I ask this, I think that with the decline of craft beer and a lot of our, hear me out, we're losing a lot of
Starting to
great
sound
With the
stuff.
sad.
saturation of craft beer and introduction
Sure.
of new beverages.
Sure.
Yeah.
So with that, I think that there is. Can you replicate this in other cities? Because it's one of these things that, and I think that's where you win, is if you can replicate Southside Cellar, because we've all had those, right? And I can't. I think it was Craft Beer Cellar was one of them in Dallas.
I really like that spot.
fantastic
man.
spot,
cool.
man.
CBC, baby.
And,
cool.
and they held for so long. So very sad to see them go, right? Because I know that those people were very passionate.
I didn't know them very well. I knew Stephanie just a little bit when Roethlisberger was still with
We
them.
knew Jim, and Jim was
Jam, yeah.
awesome, and is awesome. But do you see you guys like maybe having satellite locations? Is this something that you guys even talked about? Meaning you?
Yeah, man. It's a phenomenal question, and back to the kind of the owner operator mindset is, for you guys being a production brewery, I'm sure, and again, I will forever hate that I have to bring this up, but I think it's a truism that we can't just kind of put in a shelf in a dark place. But COVID fucked our industry in so many ways. It reset the mindset of people, maybe in a good way for the future of humanity and society, to kind of take a little bit more of a health conscious approach. But from our standpoint, we're still open, we still are in business, and we have to adjust to this new reality and figure out what works for us. You guys are already doing that with D9 and offering, both, in my opinion, a therapeutic and health conscious option.
Absolutely.
Which I appreciate. And then from my standpoint, obviously I've adjusted in so many ways. To your point on the D9 stuff, I took a flyer like a year and a half on one can. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll give it. Because the CBD drinks were out for a little while.
Man, we did the same.
Right.
We did it with the Cheech and Chong.
Yeah,
Chong,
And we
yeah.
sold the bejesus
Right,
out of that thing.
and that's when it's like, okay, this is a thing, and then I'm reacting to that market. Now, my retail has been reduced so much that, yes, I still have a wonderful cellar that I love very much, and that's for all of us hardcore guys. You go in the cellar, it's still sexy. The ambiance in there is neat. But my retail-facing side has been reduced, intentionally down to I now have one cooler that will remain when the pizza comes online. So, so that we'll have like 12 packs that are pointed for like 12 pack and a full pie to go. Single 19.2s, and very select 4 packs and like singles out the window. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have a lot of apartments in that area. We have a lot of young professionals that live in that area. And I'm not going to say money to spend. That's not the right way to think about that customer base. But, like not necessarily married, I think is a bit, and lifestyle driven.
Yeah.
So I think I can target there. But to drive back to what you're saying is, from what you guys do is a way different thing. And then sitting on my side, if you're opening concepts, which, I grew up in that industry and I've seen it done successfully, and I've tried my best to take the better aspects of what I've seen work. And yes, I don't think I can do Southside Cellar and try to cookie cut, copy and paste what I've done and move it anywhere else and it worked quite the same way. But what I can do is say, maybe there's a sister concept that we take the best of what we do here and we absolutely tailor it to this market and put it there. And maybe it worked there. I am having some outside interest that is helping me move in that direction.
Hell yeah.
Until paperwork is signed and partnerships
Right.
are in concrete, I don't think I want to say that much more. But I am very hopeful, and I am actually optimistic. And the questions you've asked Alex about like personnel and adding team members, I do have a little bit of pessimism on kind of this younger generation coming up. I feel like
you have young boys.
I do.
Almost getting to age.
Right.
Things are going to matter.
And I feel like that talent pool in there, just if you look at just statistics on all the things they don't do,
right?
They don't go out. They get their driver's license later or don't get them at all. They don't drink as much. They're not risk seeking, which, some things are down like teenage pregnancy, and that's a great thing. You could argue that's
in general.
That's a little scary. I'm down the conspiracy. I'm down the rabbit hole in the demographic decline.
Yeah,
that
it's
apparently
rough.
like South Korea in 100 years, there's no South Koreans. They're all gone.
It's
I don't know.
crazy.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Or I mean, like China's the same.
China and
one,
Russia,
but,
their population pyramid are upside down.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
insane.
those are weird things to talk about. But for America, obviously we're insulated. We have the our economy is the engine that drives the entire world, you know,
Right.
so we're going to be around a while,
Mhm.
you know, at least well through our lifetime and
Mhm.
probably our kids' lifetime and beyond,
Yeah.
you know, so I got to think like, what am I building here, you know? And I think third space concepts that make sense for where you put them, and they have to be very tailor made into that space, you know. And for me, I think suburbs make way more sense to me than try to, you know, like CBC is gone now, unfortunately, and that sucks. You know, would it make sense for me to try to find a niche in a Dallas neighborhood I don't know anything about? You know, and you could run those numbers all day long. I'm not Chili's, you know, I'm
Right.
not Chipotle. I don't have those resources, you know, to pay
Money.
some, you know, research firm to come in and you know, tailor make like where is this one little tiny dot on a map that makes sense. But I can go and do market research in suburbs with people that live there that makes sense and say, hey, maybe a version of this makes sense here, and maybe it's more wine driven in this space. You know, maybe we go, you know, full mixed bev on this one. Maybe this is a
Yeah.
whiskey bar that has a great 15 tap wall.
That's kind of cool.
You know, like
That'd be
those
cool.
those things can be achieved, but you know, I think it would really matter on the space. And I'm more asset driven at this point in my life. Like I don't want to do anything unless I can get the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the.
Oh
building.
yeah, no, you want that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very important. Okay. Yeah. So going back to your boys, I gotta ask.
Love 'em.
When we were growing up, you know, there's
They're
very common things. What do you want to do, or when you grow up, right? So I was like a astronaut, attorney, doctor. What do your kids want to do?
Social media influencers.
That's what I was leading into. Is
That's the number one, like
the
wanted-
priority, right?
Yeah, occupation. Yeah.
Internet trolls.
But
both
you've
of
got
them.
some
I'm raising
talented
good boys.
kids.
Good
I'm
for them.
kidding, I'm
Good for
kidding.
them.
Yeah, your kids. I guessing your response is going to be, man, they probably want to play ball, right?
Man, all right. So you guys catch me on weekends a lot. So my older son Kingston, he's 15. He's about to be 16, and like on the verge of, you know, a true level of independence. And he's played baseball for forever. You know, so you guys catch me on the weekends when we're coming out of a
Yeah.
tournament, and we come hit a, you
Right,
know, like, hey,
yeah.
what's up, dude? But you know, because I mean, just be true talk. 183 is the thoroughfare to all of DFW. You know,
Mhm.
so it's like we got to come back through here. To
Believe
go
it or
home.
not, there was strategy in our location.
Yeah. Truth. But you know, he for the first time since he was a young boy, he is hanging up the cleats, and he came in third in district in wrestling this
Hey.
season. He, you know, so I think you know, wrestling, and he does have a jiu-jitsu membership. Then we need to
Damn.
more back to the gym, but they are already training for open season of Greco-Roman and freestyle. So
Cool.
Oh man, okay.
so he's up there very early, and he's doing something that's difficult and more important than what he thinks he wants to be, because he is the one that, like, I don't know. He's in the business academy at his school, and that's great.
That's
You
cool.
know,
Great.
That's great. And you know, but until I can actually sit him down and say, hey, until you know how to do an income statement, a purchase summary, you know, and you know, do an inventory
that's
sheet
important.
every week, you're like, well, you don't know anything. You know? I mean, he's 15 years old. I'm not
But yeah,
beating him up, but he's more on the. I don't know what he wants to be, honestly, and I don't think he does. And for
I think at 15, that's okay.
well, this is the
No,
thing,
yeah,
man.
no,
You
yeah.
know, my wife is very goal oriented, like and driven. You know, she just did the Cowtown,
Mhm.
you know, her first marathon, and
The
now
marathon?
she's already planning out the next 5. You know,
Yeah.
like she's like,
Did she
don't
do
even-
the full marathon?
yeah, she did,
Nice.
Don't
man.
even
Hit her
tell her about
goal.
the
Hit her
Disney
goal,
ones.
dude.
Nice.
It was great.
I did my first half marathon in November.
My dog.
Yeet.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, when's your full?
I was gonna do the Cowtown, but I had my daughter that weekend.
Hard course, dude.
Yeah,
Hard
I want to do
course.
the Ultra Cowtown next year. But yeah,
there's
Rip
people
that
dip
beer
their,
out of your hand,
there's
dude.
people
Like-
there's people that dip their toe in.
yeah, I don't really do that.
Yeah,
No,
right.
But never ran
There's
anything.
people
I
that do
was just like,
your goal-
backflips into
I'll just do
everything.
a half
Maybe your
marathon.
goal is just to finish, right? Like you're not really you're gonna go for some time, right? But I think
Yeah.
finishing a race like that dude, there's no shame. Most people don't do it, right?
Yeah, like I mean, you want to
Wow.
finish. For me, it was
great,
kind of like
great motivation. Yeah, there's no shame.
I'm just saying for most people, like you're not going to win the thing necessarily. Maybe.
yeah. My goal was to finish at like
If
a
he wants
10-minute mile pace.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send
And-
him nothing but
yeah.
David Goggins like morning
Get up,
motivationals for this.
bitch! Who's gonna carry the boats?
Yeah, fuck you. Kill that in
Yeah.
a bitch.
It's
Yeah.
okay to be third.
Then
David
there's JP.
Goggins ain't never
Dude, it's
said that
okay,
Hey, the
shit.
third
just go
largest
have a
company
beer.
in the
Never
world.
said
I'm just
that.
saying. You would like to be the third largest company in the world. That's okay to be third, right? In that scenario.
In that
But
scenario,
I think with
No.
those things, it's even what Margaret's doing. I mean, to be able to, it's that self accomplishment, right?
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
fulfilling. So do it. If you've never run a 5K,
She's her
Run a
own worst
fucking
enemy, and I love
5K.
it. Like she
Yeah.
motivates herself in
for
ways
her.
that
That's
my
awesome.
brain doesn't work. You know.
yeah, I think what you guys are talking about, especially like, good, dude. I came from that background of running a lot.
From who?
I ran track in high school, ran cross country, like that. So distance running was always my favorite thing.
right.
I ran with some great guys when I was in high school, like fucking human cars. I was never going to be on that level. Like that was very evident, right? With any sport, like you realize, like, dude, that guy's
you know your
fucking
limitations.
good.
Yeah.
But you don't stop. You don't quit, right? You get what you need out of it for personal.
Mhm.
And I think that running is one of those things that, man, cool. You wanted to be under a 10-minute mile pace. Like
Mhm.
that's fucking good, dude. Because most people, by the time you're done running that race, some people are just getting up out of bed.
Right. Yeah, because it
You know
was
what I
done
mean?
at like
and you've
9:30.
just accomplished this feat. So it's like, man,
Yeah.
that's pretty
cool.
badass.
Stay hard.
Stay on. Well, it's just keep pushing. That's,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Keep grinding.
Keep the grind on. Gotta be heavy with the steel. You know what I mean? Earn your keep.
So grind
Happy
heavy.
birthday, motherfucker. Get up and suffer.
Time to suck today's dick.
Pretty much is what they say. So we talked about expansion. Man, honestly, I would love to see a Southside Cellar in my neck of the woods.
Same, dude.
Because I do have options. But it's not the same as when I go see you guys. The selection, it's all curated, right? Like
Yeah, man. All right. So I do apologize.
we were talking about.
No, that's fine. I'm just gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
Oh. Or leave it in. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
I mean, yeah. Hey, he's
It's
business,
We had nothing going
business
on. there. It was-
operator.
real
right
time,
here.
baby. Like,
Operator.
real
Oh, it's
talk.
fine,
Real
yeah.
talk.
Operator.
Yeah, no, all good.
Yeah.
No, what was the question? I apologize.
Man, I already forgot. Not gonna lie.
Well, you asked about my boys. I kind of
Yeah,
gave you
asked about that.
Kingston's overview. He definitely wants to work at the store whenever the kitchen's open. So
Oh,
that is not just in play.
So you're going family style on this?
Yeah, 100%. I think
Are you
that.
gonna pay him?
What's up?
You gonna pay him, or is it paid with experience?
Absolutely. Yeah, paid in experience.
No,
I'm not a parent,
can't,
so
you
I
can't
Paid in
legally not pay.
exposure.
You can't legally not pay an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're your kid.
Okay,
I mean, you have to be
I
above
will-
minimum wage.
I will re-emphasize legally. Like, he's not a slave.
So,
If he's going to be an employee, he's going to learn how to do it.
so is it?
But,
does
like
he
your
already
kids
have his
more
own
than I
bank
like
account?
mine.
No, he doesn't yet. We do the Apple Pay thing
Cool.
where, we
But so
fill
this
that
would be a
if
deal
needed.
to, like, you can teach him, like, hey, we're gonna give you this job, we're gonna pay you,
Yes.
and then you're going to put that money in this account. We're gonna open an account.
Well, there is that, but based on hours and everything else, there's other.
I mean, did your parents all do that? Mine did. Was hey, you're 14, you're actually able to work.
There's
Yeah.
other tax credits that you can
As
get
soon
that
as
both
I
help
was
the
old enough.
business and help him,
Oh,
but you have to pay him. But
Oh,
you
no,
can
yeah.
put that into a tax-free Roth IRA,
oh,
so you can start investing in him early.
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty cool,
It
actually.
is a Roth, I believe, but
think you're right,
This
yeah.
will be our first way to go with it, but it's like $6,900 or something annually.
I think now it's
It's a
Has it
number.
been up?
it was $5,400 for a while. I think it's like $9,000 now
Holy shit!
a
see?
year. Yeah.
Shows you how often we look at the tax. We should look at the tax code more often. I mean, we actually are. We look at it all the time. We know exactly.
There's a
what it is.
reason why it's public domain. It's
No, but so Kingston is not goal oriented. he's just doesn't know what he wants to do long term in his life. But I will say this, and I feel like just because we're on camera, or whatever, I couldn't be prouder of him for wrestling because it's so hard.
Dude, yeah.
It's so taxing. It's such a
Yeah.
beat down. He even had like a moment where he's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. It's like, you're in it. You got to do it. Sucks to suck.
Dude, shout out to Trinity High School. The
Right.
women, did you see that?
No, I didn't. They win state?
She won state.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had quite a few kids
Badass,
from
dude.
Kingston's high school go to state.
Super cool. Yeah, Trinity High School right down the road
Yep.
from Turning
That's
Point.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's hard work, man. It's the real deal, and like kind of what we're talking. Like, I think it doesn't matter what you make your kids do, but you need to make them do something difficult. I mean, I know it's weird. We're making the fucking Goggins,
But no, it's
representative.
like you got to do something different.
You have to do something hard. It's so beneficial for you to know that you just can. I used to say this, man, like right before I opened the store, I was really focused on my health. I was spending a lot of time in the gym, and really putting in the work. And I knew part of it was because once the store was open, once I had the lease, once I had the building permit, like
You weren't going to be able to do that.
I wasn't going to work out. So I wanted my fitness to be, as good as I could get it to kind of get me through, but also it was like, dude, I used to see this shirt and I don't know why. It's one of the most triggering
Lord's Gym?
in the gym. No, in the
Oh,
gym.
it wasn't
It's one of the most
Lord's Gym?
triggering things I could ever see. All the white chicks were getting this fucking tank top that used to say, I just can't even. And I wanted to shake the shit out of them and say, you can. You are. You're in the fucking gym. You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
I always hated
I don't know why I hate that shirt
Yeah.
so bad. It's
I
so
always
triggering.
hated the
Kinda
I
really
don't want
bothers
to
me.
adult today. It's like,
Yeah, that's my
Bro.
point. It's all
Yeah.
adults that have 3 kids that are saying, I just can't even. You fucking can.
Yeah.
You're in the gym. Shut up.
yeah,
Do
throw that
something
weight around.
hard.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
that is
Sorry.
No, I'm
annoying.
with, it's
That's
why I
my
try to
tangent.
cold plunge like every day. It's like it's literally the worst part of the day.
Oh, there it
It's
is.
yeah, it's
Gotta
the worst
tame-
part of the
But
day.
he does it
Gotta
with the
tame that inner
he does it with
bitch.
a
Sucks,
4XL
It
just
sucks.
can't even shirt.
I got really
Just
lucky.
swamps
If you do a video of you in an I just can't even and you do a cold plunge, oh my god, that's it. That's the
I'll
pinnacle.
send it to you every morning.
the internet's
I'll do it every morning.
The internet
It's
is
like,
over with. We're done here.
Good morning, Shawn. I just can't even.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's so cold. No, I was really blessed with the ice storm that came through. It froze all my lines on my cold plunge. So I was
Oh,
like,
even better.
I guess I can't do it for a while now.
I
Darn.
did it while the pool was frozen. I
Yeah.
jumped in.
I
It
just jumped into the pool. Yeah. It sucks,
sucked.
dude.
Margaret got me on that first day, and she was like, I was like,
Why do you
video
do
me.
that
I
butt
just
naked?
want to see it. No, I had my undies on.
I do undies, yeah.
Yeah, but
You've
she got a
never done
video
it
of
with
it.
Just straight butt.
Let me
Oh,
ask
yeah, I
you
have,
something.
for
Dude,
sure.
did you
It's
freak
terrible.
out like when you first did it? Like
No.
dude, I'm talking like full freak out, like hyperventilating, and it took me about 20 seconds to reset my breathing and my heart. Because
Yeah.
I felt like my heart
You
was
ain't gonna
beating
die.
out of my chest.
Mm.
Like I won't lie, for about 5 seconds it felt like a heart
I've
attack.
heard that happening. I guess like for me, whenever I do
sucks.
something like that, I do as much research as possible because if it sucks, I don't want to do it unless it's actually going to be beneficial. And
Nah,
so
fuck that, I'm doing it.
all the research that I saw was just like, yes, focus on breathing, doing that, like getting that down, and that helps. It's really not bad anymore. All I've really noticed
yeah.
is if you stay in past like 6 minutes, it
No,
really
it's terrifying.
it changes your body for a day
yeah,
or two.
100%.
Yeah.
But like 3 minutes, golden, no problem.
That first, I did it for a minute.
Well, have you ever done the
It
cryo?
was when it was snowing.
Like you gotta like ease
Yeah, it was
yourself
snowing. It was
into
snowing. That was
Yeah.
when the snow was in January.
It's good
and I got
shit.
in. Yeah, I
It's
got a
good
video. I'll
shit.
show you. Like
Yeah.
I look like I died.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, you get out. It's so funny. Your nipples are just like you could pierce glass. Your skin's blue,
Yes.
and you're just going. "Ah,
Oh yeah.
everything's cold. The wind sucks.
But it's
Just
crazy.
can't
It's crazy how
even.
hot my body was when I got out. Your body
Yeah.
adjusts real fast.
Well, and your brain. I mean, I feel like you're just firing.
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
No,
full
you're not wrong, man. That level of
Yeah.
focus.
It's
But
like you're
it's
just taking
do something hard.
speed. It's great.
That's what we're talking about. Do
have
something
you,
hard.
Have you done the cryo? Where they
I've never
just
done a full
blast you?
cryo.
We used to do that all
We
the
used to do
time.
all
It
the
was
time,
great.
man.
Y'all have a place right around here?
And it was
Right down the
Colleyville
road,
on
yeah.
26, right?
Yeah, it's still there. It's not the same place, but
Yeah.
I think
I
they
think
still
we
do
probably
it.
still paid.
I think the cold plunge is harder than the cryo.
so. I would
I
agree.
bet.
I would
Yeah,
agree. Yeah.
What about yeah, because you're doing it to yourself too. you know?
Yeah.
But have you guys done sensory deprivation?
No,
I
I've always
would
wanted
love
to.
to. I
on my
never
list.
have.
I've always wanted
It's
to.
on. Yeah, it's
I
on
don't
my
know.
list too.
I feel like that's one that I'd probably panic super fucking hard in.
I want to try it.
I want to try it, but I need an easy way out.
Yeah,
just in case.
Rosebud.
I don't want to be stuck in my brain
haven't even
too
started
much.
yet.
My safe word is blueberry pancakes.
Blueberry pancakes.
That's $130.
I also
Thank
have
you.
really bad short-term memory loss, so if I don't remember my safe word, just
Yeah.
let me out.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't think I could do 60 minutes, but it'd be interesting. I'm down
Yeah.
for it. I want to experience it.
But no,
you know?
you're right. Doing the hard things, like I also have the sauna. I love the sauna.
Yeah.
That one's great.
You got the little
Yeah, I have one here too.
Schwitz.
It's a good
the
deal.
Schwitz.
Um,
Schwitz.
But yeah, no, doing something hard, it's important in personal life and business, everything. Like
Man,
You,
know,
learn
it's
a
funny
lot
you said
about
that.
yourself doing something that
For
is
sure.
outside of your
what you're
comfort
capable
zone.
of.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
that brings it back, to what you kind of asked me about the kids. Yeah, I know we're kind of getting there, but
no, you're fine.
this one I really do think is really important. Margaret and I had this long-term bargain. When we got married, it was get her through school, get her through her nursing program. She always wanted to be an MP, so get her through her master's program, and then she would make this joke kind of for a short period of time. She was like, you can retire after that. I don't care, which, sounds appealing, but I'm not one of those people.
Life.
Yeah, right. I don't think that I don't know.
I don't see you
I-
as
no.
somebody. Your house would be
No.
incredible at that
It
point.
would be
'cause
fucking
you'd
immaculate.
just be building up.
You would be so bored after a
Floor
week,
attachments
dude.
would be a turret on the
Look what
top.
I
Like,
did.
what are you
Look
doing,
what I
dude?
did.
Yeah, but
You repainted the house again? That's the third time
right.
this week.
Yeah, people would ask like, yeah, why did you do this? And I was like, well, clearly, I really don't believe that my store is an ego stroke by any stretch of the imagination. It's just I wanted to be on my own, period, end of story. I wanted to be answerable to me and myself only. But as my kids have grown up and grown older, I think, and I really feel this, it is equally as important that whether I failed miserably or whether it's a wild success, that my kids saw that I was unafraid to face the world, and do it all on my own. And I say all on my own. I do have a 10% equity partner who really, like, financially had to get us over the line.
Yeah.
He was the guarantor on our business line of credit. So nothing's ever on your own. Obviously, you
Yeah.
guys are partners,
Oh,
and like
100%.
having that resource of being able to call somebody is like, my God,
100%.
money in the bank. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
I just can't even today. So,
Fuck you,
Yeah.
Shawn.
so please make this phone call. Or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
for
the
sure.
point being is, like, I'm a 90% owner of the company that I created, and I wanted my kids to know that no matter what they do in life, and that's why, like, I take it away from myself. No matter what they do in life, don't ever be afraid to do it. No matter how many people tell you no, and here's the thing, like, in our industry, I find it interesting. I got Misty coming out in a few weeks
Heck yeah.
for another supplier spotlight. She was we
Dude,
popped
she's
in there. She
great.
was actually she's fantastic, and she was really eager. She's like, "When are you gonna call me, man?" I was like, "Oh, I love it, man. People actually like doing the thing."
She actually wants to do it.
Yeah, 100%. But when we had talks before, it is kind of funny. Bring back to Keith. Shout out to Keith Slabs, man.
There you go.
My old boss. But that's Misty is Keith's cousin.
That's funny.
No way.
She's his much younger cousin, so they really didn't grow up together. And she talked about this on our podcast
Whoa.
that when she reached out to him about, hey, me and Carl and Jeremy are talking about doing this thing, like, you got any advice? And he told her, don't do it. He told her straight up, don't do it. And then he also said, well, if you're going to do it, don't be a production brewery. You got to serve in-house. And she's like, well, fuck that. We're putting it out. So I find her, inspiring in that
she
aspect.
pushed against the grain.
Yeah, she said, no, we're doing it the way we believe.
Respected person
Right.
in the industry, right?
We believe in what we're doing, and I think that's an important story to tell your kids is, like,
For
I'm
sure.
doing it the way I want to do it, for better, for worse. And I still don't know how the chips are finally going to fall whenever they do,
Right.
but to this point, and at the 5-year mark, I get to look at Southside Cellar and say, for whatever it is, it is a success. I've touched so many people. They've come back and told me their personal story of what it matters to them. You know, we got a good friend, Chris, who's a transplant from California. He's a professor over at UTA. And, you know, him coming in to hang out with Tyler and I, like at our 3.5-year anniversary, he literally came to me and cried. He's like, bro, holy fuck, man. It really moves me. It moves me that he came to me and said,
it's impactful, man.
He said, I can never make you understand how this place, because he's here out by himself.
Isn't that
how this place got me through COVID, because it was a really dark time for him.
Yeah.
You know, being a young guy coming out and starting his professional career and didn't have any, you know, family or friend support system. And he was like, Southside Cellar got me through. So
yeah, and I've met the guy before.
Yeah, Chris, redheaded Chris. He's awesome, man.
Super nice.
You know, so you look around and you can take that story and, you know, have some version of it out there. You know, the Murphys they come see you guys a lot too, and you guys are friends, but you know, like they hang, man.
Yeah.
You know, and Coop hangs and he gives me a hug when he shows up.
Me a
And
hug
it's like,
yesterday, dude.
man, you know, it's like, and I think that's an important story to tell your kids.
You don't really get thanked a lot, right? But in that sense of like, it's
you don't on a day-to-day basis, but when it hits you, man, it hits you so hard. It's like it's third space.
Yeah,
it's really, really, really important.
You're really hitting this third space. I really want to know who owns the copyright to this.
Don't look too far.
So I want to say, I think we're going to be wrapping up pretty shortly. So one, thank you again for taking some time away from the cellar.
Oh, brother, I love you guys.
I know.
Man.
You
guys take care of me.
I can name 20 people that I love that go and support you and support us as well. How can we find you on social media? You guys are pretty active. I think you guys have been doing a great job at really ramping up that social media.
I learned it by watching you.
I know it.
Wow.
No, seriously, man. You guys y'all are crushing it, man. The videos are creative. They're fun. They hit the nail on the head. You know they're pointed. I think that's what social media is.
Social media is your free marketing that you should be doing as a business
100%.
owner.
100%.
And utilize it. Annoy people. Annoy them so that they come out. They know. You get rid of any excuse that they just didn't know, right? Sometimes we definitely miss the ball on that. We're like, oh, damn, we posted way too late. And it's something great.
It's hard.
So your times and your schedule, it's very hard to operate that. So how do I find you on social media?
Yeah, man. You know, the big three, the twits, the instas, what is it now? Meta?
Boss Buck.
The Facebooks.
The
faces.
Metasphere.
The Metaspheres. We're all at.
Are you on the TikToks?
We're not actually on the
Neither are we.
TikToks. You know?
Yeah, apparently right now you can't join.
Okay. Well,
I don't know, man.
Couldn't tell you.
Dude, I was not built for this digital world. I'm an analog guy living in a digital world.
Oh,
you know, it's fucking hard. It's hard for us.
Yeah, you don't post very much.
It's hard for us boomers. Personally, I don't post at all.
Yeah.
You know, but but anyway, we're at Southside Cellar. You can find us there, but most importantly, you can find us at 125 South Main Street, Fort Worth, because that's what it is.
Damn,
you know,
look, this is a business operator giving the address. That's
I mean, here's the thing. You know, like you could look at our kooky videos, and you know, we make some fun ones from time to time, and we make some pointed ones time to time. You know, but here's the deal. Our place aesthetically, when you walk into our historic building that's roughly 130, almost 140 years old, when you walk in there, we win. And you win when you're in our space because it is unique. In a time where people are trying their fucking ass off to build some crazy thing that makes you not forget it, I feel like we're good at that. So when you're in there, we're building that experience both through our service, our style, and you know, just the aesthetic. I mean, people that's the biggest compliment we get. We love this place. I mean, like there's no atmosphere like it. So
Dude, yeah,
awesome.
125 South Main.
I commend you on what you've built there. I think it's legendary in the sense
it's my favorite spot down
it's
there.
the spot,
It's
man,
awesome.
for Tarrant County. You know, we love all of our accounts, but
Sure.
you know, you and I've got we've been long time friends. So
Fuck you. What are you trying to sell me?
yeah,
What's in it?
I need you to buy 36.
Look at my
half
tap ball,
barrels of
sucker. What are you?
Item 9.
Let me see what I'm long on.
He used to hate
Yeah.
coming to sell beer to me. Come on, man.
Oh no, I never did. You were the, really, you're the reason that brands like Community got to shine. It was so difficult to sell a Dallas brand
in Fort Worth.
in Fort Worth, man, and between you and Ricochet's, they took a fucking risk, man. And I will tell you now, you'd be hard pressed to find an account that does not carry Mosaic IPA.
Right.
I've got it in 19.2s right now.
And it meant the world to me as a uber fan of Community Beer Company, wanting to watch that brand grow when I was involved with them. Living in Fort Worth or Tarrant County, being able to access product, just be able to have my beer after we're off shift meant so much to just be able to find it. And that's why I jumped into sales. I couldn't find it, which was annoying to me.
It was the job that was open. Let's be honest.
It really was. They're like, dude, you cannot sweep, you cannot mop, you won't shut up. How do we get this guy out of the brewery? I know we've got
utilizing talent, baby.
Yeah. Push him this way. We know we've got Lost in Sound coming up again. Whisker Will is going to perform.
Lost in Sound, yeah, man. That'll be fun. That's March 8th. We're going big all weekend for St. Patrick's Day. When is this coming out? Just out of curiosity.
This will be the 14th.
Damn.
Holy shit! So we'll be right in on the front end, but we're going big for St. Patrick's Day. That has proven to be a big boon for us. They look at it. We're a pub now. I mean, that's what we are. We're a draft house, a pub, and we're more authentic-ish. We don't tout ourselves as an Irish pub, but we got the Irish flags up as of today. St. Patrick's going to be big. Getting support from that brand, and I am giving away. I'm raffling off a Guinness snowboard.
What?
Yeah.
But did you have this in your personal collection and then you offered it up?
I did. It's like I'm looking at it. It's so sexy. It's so pretty, and I'm like, you know what? This thing has to go.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm doing
at it too much.
I'm doing this thing a disservice, because how many times am I going to hit the mountains? It needs to go to a very good home. It's beautiful. It's pristine, and I've kept it that way. So we're going to be doing that a little bit different than some of the other Irish pubs, because you know what you're getting out of those. You're getting a lot of Irish car bombs and shots of Jameson, but we're Guinness forward and more responsible, less hangover.
Shepherd's pie.
That's a big one. I do have a couple of other one-offs. We are going to be doing National Step Brothers Day. There's no such thing, but we're going to do it right after National Siblings Day, which is April 10th. The Friday after, we're doing National Step Brothers Day.
Right.
We have a backdrop.
Just a bunch of people getting stuck in washing machines.
Right.
Just a Catalina wine mixer
Jesus.
is
What
I'm
the fuck, dude? we have the backdrop. We have the blue Oxfords in all sizes and the sweater vests in all sizes. So we have...
Shut up.
We have the selfie lights and everything. We're going to set everything up, and you can come with your stepbrother, best friend, homie, whoever, and take the pictures. We're going to do that just because it's fun and stupid. And then we are doing the 50th anniversary of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Nice.
It debuted.
Yes.
April 27th, 1975. So on Sunday, the 27th, we're going to have...
That's awesome.
An all-day showing of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Sammy Smith's, a classic English beer brand, is going to sponsor it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Holy Grail beer is no longer available in our market because people are going to ask, at least the old school guys.
Yeah, I was going to
I believe it's no longer available in America. I believe it pulled out completely.
Was that Samuel Smith that did that too?
No, it was Black Sheep Brewery, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
And so I've been trying like a fucking madman to find the goblets. I don't think there's one singular case available in
not that I know of.
Yeah, so I've been trying like hell. But anyway, we're going to be showing it all day. We got some goodies. We're going to be goofing off all day long. I have the costume for the King and the Black Knight. So so we're going to be – it'll be a shit show. I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun.
That's
so we're focused on more one-off events, and just being assholes.
Hell yeah.
That's what we are.
I love it, man.
You guys have
but we're fun assholes.
You guys are going to be present, and I think you're one of the coordinators for opening day.
Aha!
So
I feel like there's other breweries involved.
I wanted to lead into that and just say that, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you brought that up. We are actually going to have a mixed 4-pack of baseball themed brews from local brewers, 4 to be exact. We're going to have the Section 133 from Roller Town. We're going to have Viva Los
Awesome.
Rangers from our
Hell
good friends
yeah.
down the road at False.
Yep.
We are going to have, what's that brewery in Bedford?
Is it a laundromat?
In a like a diamond in a strip mall
Diamond
wasteland.
in a strip mall wasteland. Oh, Turning Point Beer.
Turning Point Beer. We'll have the Take It Back. And who else do we have? Bullpen. from Vector.
Bullpen, that's-
So
Yeah,
we're going to be the weird people that are going to bastardize everybody's beers
I
on their
love it.
behalf.
I love it.
And tag them all. So we're going to have a Welcome Back Baseball 4-pack that we're going to be doing out
What a
of
cool
the store.
4-pack too, right?
I love
Yeah,
it.
man.
That's
It's
great.
not all the same style. I mean, it's
all
it's-
over the place, and
it's
I love
beautiful.
it, man. But hey, man, let's all we made it through this whole time, and I know we're going long, and I know but
This might
bro,
be a two-parter.
bro, fuck Nico,
I love it.
fuck Nico.
Agree.
I
He
agree.
ruined us.
I don't even. Yeah, I
Fuck
care
Nico.
so little about basketball now. I'm just like I don't care.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
care.
I want to finish up on the opening day thing. We're also going to be
Yeah, we're
out
pumped.
at opening day.
Yeah, man.
Baseball for life.
I think that's important for us. First of all, because craft beer is a business, but for us, it's also a lifestyle to
we
some
people.
degree. It's
we're,
fun.
We're human.
It's fun. Craft
Yeah.
beer should be fun.
it is fun.
You know, and you know, not to compartmentalize, but it is a business. But also, like, if it's not fun, then it's not even a business worth being in.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
so
Yeah, you're
I-
not going to become a millionaire in it, so you better be having
no,
fun,
not at
man.
all. So you better live a great life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and touch a lot of people. So we're all going to be out collectively. You guys, myself, the boys from False, Vector.
Yep.
I believe Craig's all in. Who else we got? Odd
And
Muse, I believe.
Odd Muse,
and
Petty,
Petticolas.
Peticolas. Yeah, just
Dude, it's
you
going to
know,
be a fun group.
So we're gonna set up our own little mini
the
beer
game's
festival.
early too, right? It's
Yeah, it's at
3:30.
3 p.m. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
details. You know, we're still working on the
Yeah,
details.
still working on
Trying
details.
to get some raffle stuff for that.
Yeah.
To
Do you know which lot we're going to be in? Is it going to be the same one off of Nolan
I-
Ryan?
we're working on that.
I'm hesitant to say that
Okay.
Yeah.
outright yet, but
Really wanna
we'll
get the
be. We'll be. Here's the thing. Follow all of our social media collectively,
Yeah.
particularly Southside
We'll
Cellar
have the
at Southside
info.
Cellar.
yeah,
And,
Yeah.
and we'll be giving out details because I think this is the one event that none of us want to miss.
For
I'm
sure.
all in. I'm all in every year.
yeah. No,
I'm going to the
always good.
game, so yeah, it's going to
Yeah,
be fun.
same.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We're going. We're doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Dude,
as
I'm
far as
excited.
that, and yeah, I'm pumped for everything you guys have going on.
I love you, brother.
I love
too.
you, man.
I love you, brother.
Thank you so much for doing it. Thanks for spending time.
Well, you
and-
guys have spent so much
Appreciate it,
time with
man.
me, so thank you so much for inviting me into your living room. And
Hell
we
yeah.
love you guys. Drink great beer.
God
love you.
bless.
You heard it.
Peace.
Cheers, everybody.